On behalf of the schools, I want to thank the citizens of Grafton for the funding of this project, their patience and support despite construction trucks, delays, and countless inconveniences with any project of this magnitude. As superintendent, I look forward with the school committee, staff, and students to making this beautiful building into a phenomenal school that will provide a tremendous return on investment for decades to come. Growing up, my mother was always working on big, complicated puzzles. It was a huge hobby of hers. As a punk kid, I loved taking one puzzle piece, putting it in my pocket, and then when she had it all but completed, I would put the last piece in and claim total victory and say that I completed the puzzle for a week. History has repeated itself here for me. Former Superintendent Dr. Joe Connors had the vision and laid the groundwork for this building over the past decade. I simply came in just last year and put the last couple of pieces into the puzzle to complete it. I want to thank Dr. Joe Connors for the pivotal role he played in making the idea of a new school become a reality. So thank you.
It's this community that understands of making this kind of investment in our students. I was one of the first students in that high school when it was brand new in the late 60s. And I and my brother and my sister all graduated from that facility. And all of my 4 kids, Matt, Jeannie, Mary, and Eric, graduated from that high school. And today we're here to cut the ribbon on a brand new high school, some 50 years almost to the day when that was first opened for us as students. It's a tribute to this community that we understand that in some cases, as much and as difficult as it is to make this kind of investment of tens of millions of dollars, over $70 million, it's critical for the education of our students and our community to move forward. Thank you all for this community. Thank you all that did the work on the committees to make this day come true. Thanks again.
Of this building is a time capsule located below the glass staircase on the main floor, which is scheduled to be open in the year 2037. I'd like to recommend that we order a larger capsule. I'd like to request that we add a complete set of paperwork from our deliberations over the past 9 years. And behind me, I brought the dolly that Jim provided with a full set of that paperwork to go into that capsule. We're here today at the culmination of what has been a very long journey. Our community was identified as having the fastest growing student population for several years in a row. Even with the addition of Grafton Elementary School 10 years ago, our growing space constraints affected every one of our buildings and led to a warning status for our high school accreditation. In addition, the state process to apply for school building funds was completely revamped, and Grafton had to wait until the criteria for school building projects and reimbursement were developed. Fortunately, with the assistance of our state legislators, we were part of the first round of projects approved by the MSBA, and our town's voters were willing to take advantage of this special opportunity and voted overwhelmingly to fund this brand new asset for our entire community. So, here we are today to celebrate not only this wonderful new building, but to celebrate the impact that this building will have across our entire district. Every child currently enrolled in Grafton Public Schools, as well as those that will attend for many generations to come, will finally have the physical space to accommodate their educational needs, not only here, but in the newly created learning communities in our other buildings as well. As a school committee member, I know that it is not the shiny new building that teaches our children. But with this new addition to our district, we are creating an environment that is conducive to learning and essential to prepare our children with the 21st century skills they will need to succeed in all their future endeavors, whatever pathway they may pursue. The other elements necessary for creating a positive and effective educational program include a visionary superintendent, along with the committed members of our central office staff, all of our dedicated administrators, teachers, support staff, and every other employee that interacts with students, executing a common goal and vision to prepare all students to be lifelong learners and responsible citizens. On behalf of my fellow school committee members, I'd like to recognize the extraordinary efforts that were necessary to realign our grade configurations in a few short months and make certain that each of our buildings and our teaching staff was ready and equipped to welcome the new students this week. In addition to this building coming online, a huge undertaking, there have been so many changes district-wide, and everyone has met this enormous challenge with the creativity, flexibility, and incredible work ethic that is necessary to coordinate so many moving parts. A good sense of humor, I'm sure, came in handy too. Finally, several years ago, the school committee initiated a new award that would recognize individuals and/or businesses in town that made significant contributions to the Grafton Public Schools, called the Partner in Education Award. At this time, I'd like to recognize all of the past and present, and there are many of you here in this audience tonight, appointed and elected officials of the Board of Selectmen, the school committee, the secondary school committee, building committee, the finance committee, the planning board, the Board of Health, the Conservation Commission, building inspector, our fire and police departments that have volunteered countless hours, attended meetings, public hearings, and forums as part of their duties related to this project. But more importantly, I'd like to acknowledge all of the town meeting participants and the members of the Grafton community who have done their due diligence, supported our efforts, and in so many ways made this project a reality. As far as I'm concerned, you are all our partners in education. Thank you.
Since today represents the first day of school, it feels like we should have a little math test, just to see if everyone did their homework over the summer. Now, don't panic. It will be limited to just one simple equation, although I will warn you, it involves multiple units of measure. Now, what does 98,000 cubic yards of relocated earth plus 1,285 tons of steel plus 250,000 units of brick plus 700,000 square feet of drywall plus 33,800 linear feet of plumbing pipe plus 133 miles of wire plus 330,000 labor hours plus a number of other components equal? So, you'd be correct if you answered the new Grafton High School.
I mentioned this to our students not only on the tours that we did this summer, but earlier today to our freshmen, that hundreds of people, some with children in the school system and many without children in the school system, supported this building of this school. To honor the heritage of Grafton, you will notice when you go onto your tour tonight, photographs will be in the Commons area that date back many years of the town of Grafton and Grafton High School. Although there have been many noteworthy events since the groundbreaking in November of 2010, the research and legwork actually began in 1999. A committee was set up to study the growing student population in Grafton. My thanks to all the people that have served on a building committee, local and state representatives, and school personnel that believed in this project and played a part in the completion of this school. A few weeks ago, I asked a student what he thought of the new building. He said, like many others have said, that the building was unbelievable, and he was in awe of it. He also said that you must be very proud to be the principal of this school. His words truly touched me. To say that I am proud of this school is an understatement. The pride in our school and the people in it has always been there. But now this building, and along with its resources, will enhance our teachers and students so many opportunities to explore, create, and apply their knowledge. When you walk around our school on these tours tonight, you will notice the following. Science teachers will be able to conduct experiments in safe and collaborative spaces. Our computer labs are set up for groups of students to work together on projects. Our classrooms have furniture and technology that will allow for flexibility for multiple activities to take place. Our talented students have excelled in the past in areas such as athletics, concerts, fall plays, and spring musicals. It will be amazing to see what great achievements our students will accomplish in the years to come. Mr. Jack McCarthy quoted Ben Franklin, and I'm going to also quote him and carry it a little bit further. He said, "An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest." The town of Grafton has truly made an investment in knowledge that will give our faculty, staff, and students the solid foundation to open up new opportunities. It is truly an honor and a privilege to serve as the first principal of Grafton High School and work with some of the most dedicated teachers and staff and outstanding young men and women at Grafton High School. I thank you so very much, and our faculty and staff are very excited about seeing all the kids come to Grafton High School tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Broken up. Bear with me for a minute. There are a couple of groups I want to thank. First and foremost, the taxpayers of Grafton for voting on this project way back in 2010. I also have to thank my wife and boys for allowing me the couple of hours it took to do this. I also want to recognize the Secondary School Building Committee, because these are the residents of Grafton that oversaw this project, and there are several former committee members here as well. And I'd like you to stand or step forward as I say your name, and if I don't say your name, please wave to me so I can recognize you. Don Chenard, who is Vice Chair, Dr. Jay Cummings, Superintendent, John Dowling, Board of Selectmen's Rep, Donna Stark, School Committee Rep, Bob Foley, Finance Committee, Mike Goulet, Caroline Alper, Ken Grew, Carol Westgate, Gary Murray, Dr. Joe Connors, Mary Ann Nolan. Stand up, please. These are the people that spent hours and hours and hours, and out of the $73 million, they didn't get a dime. I do want to take back my appreciation of Joe Connors, because it was back in about 2003 or 4 when my phone rang, and he said, "Rich, we're going to start a school's municipal space needs committee. How would you like to be on it?" Well, 8 years later, we're still here. Thanks, Joe. Back in the February of 10, February 6th, at the special town meeting with a motion by Mike Goulet, the concept project and money was approved for this project. A lot of people went into getting that approval done at town meeting. I want to recognize all those people, and in particular the GEA for their effort as well in that endeavor. In November 2010, we broke ground. Proceeded to deal with a very cold winter, and I think at some point we had 5 to 6 feet of frost out on the site. In 21 months, we've gone to pushing dirt to opening doors for the public, staff, and students. We were fortunate on many fronts to get this project done on time and under budget. I guess you could say we're just in the right place at the right time. Now that the district is taking control of the building, I challenge them to expand the means and methods in delivering curriculum. While a building doesn't teach, I hope that they use every inch and every object in the building to figure out a new and better way to educate our young people. In the words of John Adams, our second president, there are 2 educations. One should teach us how to make a living, and the other how to live. Thank you.
The students of Grafton High School are truly blessed to live in a community so dedicated to improving the education of its youth. It's been a long journey from over there to right here. As a freshman, I remember a sign-up list going out for babysitters on a Saturday morning. High schoolers provided free babysitting while parents came out to vote to approve the building of a new high school. From the start, it was truly a community effort. As a sophomore, I remember attending the groundbreaking ceremony of this building. At that ceremony, some of the students from this year's senior and freshman classes got to sign our names on a beam, which is now part of the building. The groundbreaking ceremony was the day that we began to leave our mark on this building. As a sophomore, I also remember being bussed off campus every day while the turf field was being built. And as a junior, I remember my first game under the lights at the new field. When we beat Millbury that night, I got a taste of how great this school would be. As a senior, I'll be a part of the first class to graduate from the new school. As the first seniors walk through these halls, the class of 2013 has the opportunity to start new traditions and to leave a legacy. In the past month, I've been giving tours of the new school. My favorite part is the look on people's faces when they first walk into the building. It is not often that you can provoke oohs and ahs from freshmen learning their way around a new school. This enthusiasm will carry over into the classroom. Grafton High School has always fostered an amazing learning environment. Motivated students have always had the opportunity to make the most of our resources and excel. But tomorrow morning, 750 students will walk into a brand new building with a fresh start and resources that most high school students could only dream of. The teachers, the students, and the staff will all feel that air of excitement. Whether it's the new technology, the new sports complex, or the new theater, everyone has something to be excited about. Maybe that student that was thinking about going to a private school will reconsider. Maybe someone will decide that this is the year to join a sports team, to try out for the musical, to ask someone to the homecoming dance, or to apply themselves academically. It has been said that to whom much is given, much is expected. Our community has invested a great deal of time and money in this new building, and I'm here to assure you that the investment will pay off in spades. The students of Grafton High School are ready to rise to the occasion. Thank you.